Hello everyone, I thought I'll make a video on my experience traveling to India with my OCI card. Um, if you have not checked my previous video on the OCI instructions, what needs to be there, what is the checklist, and what are the documents that you need to apply for OCI, please check out that video. And thanks for all your support on that video because I'm much honored that I was able to help many of the people by making that video. We planned to travel from Toronto, Canada to India, specifically to Chennai. We booked the tickets in British Airways from Toronto to Heathrow, London, and from Heathrow, London to Chennai, India. We traveled with the family and we all had an OCA card with us, including my children. Once we reached to a Toronto airport in the airlines desk, they scanned all of our passports and they also scanned our OCA card. Just to make sure that you have a valid travel document to travel to India. So once they checked in and everything is right and they allowed us to go to the security check. In a security check also they validated my OCA card as well as the Canadian passport. So once it is done, we boarded the flight and we reached Heathrow, London. In London, during our security check, they didn't ask for the OCI, but they asked for the Canadian passport and they have scanned it. And without any issues, we boarded the flight to Chennai, India. And in the flight, they handed over a small slip, basically to enter your name, address, phone number, your OCA card number, and everything. So they gave a small slip. So if you're traveling with an OCI, maybe have a pen handy. So that saves some time to fill that application in the counter when you arrive. So you can fill this application in the flight itself and be ready to give that slip in the immigration counter. So we had our pen, so we filled up the applications for all four of us, and we reached Chennai, and in Chennai we went to the counter where where the foreign nationals has to do their immigration clearance. So we went there and they asked for the slip. Basically, we showed the slip and they verified those slips. I think they also entered those values manually in the system, and they took a picture of us in the camera, and they scanned our OCA again there, and they have put a seal in the passport but not on the OCI. So you should the OCI card papers inside that, it I think they don't need to put any seal on it, but they put the seal in the Canadian passport, and they verified the OCI. When we went out after the immigration counter, there was some officer standing, and he also was verifying the OCI card and the passport, whether the passport is stamped or not. I would say in the counter, suppose if you're traveling three or four people, I would say you'll have four passports with you and four OCA cards with you. I will say, like, to keep those OCA cards inside the passport itself according to say suppose keep your OCA card inside your passport for your spouse and for your children. That makes the immigration people not look for the many passports, and makes a life simple for them. So I just ordered, I kept the passports and OCA cards in ordered fashion, so they can quickly verify it. So once they verified it, they let us go out, and we took the baggage and came out. Even after when we coming from Chennai to Toronto, the same thing happened. The airlines checked our OCI card and the passport, and they just checked our Canadian passport predominantly, because really the OCI doesn't care, because we traveling to Canada, not to India. So, they checked it. They checked the OCI even when we wanted to travel from Chennai to Toronto as well. So again, in Heathrow, they didn't ask for the OCI, and even in Canada, they didn't ask for the OCI. So I would say that traveling with OCI made our life very simple. It was very straightforward, One thing I would say is the one hesitation that I had is I had two old Indian passports, right? So I don't know whether I should carry that old Indian passports or not. And my wife had two old Indian passports. I don't know whether to carry it or not because it had some visa pages in it. But anyway, I had this old Indian passports in my bag, in my carry-on luggage. But they didn't ask for any of our old Indian passports. So if you have a Canadian passport and if you have a OCI card, you're good to go. You don't need to worry about your older Indian passports. So this is basically my experience. It's just my thought, and I thought of making this video to help people who are traveling with OCI for the first time. I'm not a spokesperson of any profitable or non-profit organization. I'm not a spokesperson of any government department. It's just my experience. I'm sharing with you guys so you can be benefited as well. Hope this video helpful to you, and please consider subscribing our channel, and see you in the next video. Bye.